session of MFiles Quick Tips, how to create a Word document template. Let's see what our agenda has for us today. We're going to talk about what is a template. So we have some background on that. And this is a template in MFiles. How to create a document. So we're going to create a document outside of MFiles. Then we're going to add it to MFiles, and we're going to add data placeholders and turn it into a template. Then I'm going to show you how to use that template inside of MFiles. Let's get started. Okay, the first question, what is a template? Basically what you're talking about when you say the word template is a template is basically, think of it as like boilerplate language that you have in the document, and then you insert things like a customer's name or a customer's address. So that boilerplate language always stays the same. That's the template. Now, using that template in MFiles, what you first do is you add a document, and when you're adding that document to MFiles, you have to add a property called isTemplate. Then there's a little checkbox, as you can see in the screenshot below, that you put a check mark in to tell MFiles that this document is a template. What that does is it allows you to create the document for that class without completing the required fields. Okay, let's get into it. So the first thing I need to do is I need to create a document that I can add to MFiles. So let's do a little AI here. So I've got my Internet Explorer browser open, and I'm going to go to my AI Copilot, and we're going to ask it to create a letter. We'll ask it to list the product order number, quantity, cost, and total. And when their first payment is due. Okay, so we have that into our Copilot. I'll submit that. It's going to generate a letter based on the information I gave it. Awesome. So what I'm going to do is go down here. I'm going to copy the information. There we go. I've already started the letter in Microsoft Word, so I'm going to go there real quick. And I'm going to paste this information in. We'll drop the bottom part here. Let's see. There we go. We'll say best regards. And we will put in the person's name at the bottom there. Let's add, got to make it marketing presence here. So we'll insert a Marco logo. There we go. Size that down a little bit. Perfect. Okay, so as I look at this, I'll clean that up a little bit. So what you can do is you can make a couple changes to the formatting if needed here. So what I want to do is I'm going to save this on into my document folder. So we'll do that. We're in documents. Customer thank you letter. Okay, I'm going to save that. Okay, I have a document created. I'm going to close out of Word, close out of my browser. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my document folder. Here's the letter that I just created. I'm going to right click here and I'm going to say add to M files. That brings up the metadata card. The class that I'm going to choose at this point is going to be customer payment. There we go. So I have a lot of information here. Now here's the crucial step in creating that template for M files. What you want to do is you have to add a property. That property is template. So I'm going to select it. Now, if I forget to mark that box and try to create it here, it's going to flag all the required fields. Well, I don't want to put that information in right now. So what I need to do is I need to mark this box saying that it is a template. Then mfiles will allow me to create the document without completing those required fields. The other crucial step is down here at the bottom. I want to open it up for editing right away because then I'm going to add my placeholders for the data that I'm extracting from the metadata card in mfiles. So I'm going to mark that and we're going to click create. That's going to check out and open up the document for editing. Awesome. Up here in the ribbon, I'm going to go right to mfiles. From here, I'm going to select insert property. Now, the first property is where my cursor is where the property will go. I want the date. So that's today's date. There we go. I'll delete that. I'm going to highlight contact person, insert property. I'm going to go to the customer object. I'm going to grab the individual's full name. There we go. Their address. So basically what I'm doing, when I click on the customer object, there's a plus sign. And that allows me to drill down to some of that additional data. I select address line. So what I'm doing is I'm going to repeat this process all the way down. So I highlight where I want it to go or move my cursor there. In this case, this one's a little unique. Now I have city, state, and zip. So I do one city, comma, space. So you have to add any type of spaces or commas that are needed. And then you would insert your property. So we got state, space. Now I'm going to do the zip code. Click OK. I've got my customer name. Okay, so I'm going to highlight this. Insert property. Now I just want their first name. So I make that selection. Now we go down to the product details. So what product did they order? So insert property. We're going to go to product. The order number. So you can see as you go through this, it's actually not that difficult. The hardest part is remembering when you're adding your document to mfiles to add that property that says is template and making sure you mark the box. And by marking that box, mfiles will allow you to add the document without completing the required fields on the metadata card. So we got cost here, unit price. Then we have a total. We've got a due date. And that is under first payment due. There we go. And best regards. So we'll put in the name of the person that's logged into mFiles. So we're going to say created by, there we go. So we'll do that. There we go. Little formatting. There we go. So we have all that information that we just plugged in there. Pretty straightforward. Now, what I need to do is I need to check in the document. It will prompt me to save it at this point as well. So we'll do that. Okay, we are now ready to try out our brand new template. There are two ways that you can use this template inside of mFiles. I'm going to show you the first way. The first way is you locate the document. I'm going to go under Recent. There it is. Now to get started, all I need to do is double click on the document. It's going to ask me if I want to first complete the metadata card. So this data now is going to flow to my Word template, or I should say mFiles template that I just created. So we'll select an individual. We'll put in today's date, customer invoice, the product we're going to say is mFiles. We'll say it's folders. Okay. Unit price, we'll say it's $1 each. And quantity, we'll say that they ordered 100. And the total is going to be $100. And we'll say the first payment is due on April 19th. Okay, so we'll find the 19th. There we go. I'm going to click on create. Now I'm going to open the document for editing if there's any format changes that I want to make. So here's the document. So as we take a look at that, we can see that it plugged in the information, the date, the full name, address, Terry's name. We got the product with folders, his order number, quantity 100, $1 each, cost is 100. His first payment is due. Now it looks like I need a space there and a period. So I'm going to do a period and a space. So looks like I have to make a change to my template there. And I'll show you how to do that as well. So we're good to go. I'm going to go up to mFiles in the ribbon, check in the document, save it. Now here's the other cool part. mFiles now created another document. So it didn't go over the template, it created another brand new document. Pretty slick. If I need to make a change to the template, what I need to do first is I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to check it out. Then I'm going to open up my Microsoft Word. I'm going to go to a blank document, mFiles. I'm going to say open from mFiles. I'm going to scroll down to checked out by me. There it is. When I open it, now I can make that change. If we saw down farther, where was it? Right here, I can add that period and space. I'm going to go to mFiles, check it back in and save it. That's how you make edits to your template document once it's been created inside of mFiles. What I want to do at this time is I want to open it up for any questions that you might have. Please remember, questions go in the chat window. I do see a couple questions have come in. The first one is, oh, we already answered this one. And that's how do you make edits to that make edits to your mFiles template once it's been created. So we just went through that. If you have any additional questions with that, let me know. Another question came in here real quickly. Can I use the template feature in M-Files for Excel? And the answer is yes, you can. I don't see any of the questions on the board right now. So what I would like to do, let's see here. As I'd like to remind you, at the end of today's webinar, there will be a survey. Please take a moment and complete that survey. It provides us information on how we're doing on our webinars. Also, you get a chance to tell us what you would like to see in our webinars as well. If you scan the QR code, that will take you to the Marco's website where it lists all the upcoming webinars and it gives you a chance to sign up for them. I would like to remind everybody April 16th is the next one, and that will be advanced views. I would like to thank everybody for attending today's session. Have a great day. Thank you.